Good evening, good afternoon, and welcome. This isn't Wake and Pack, people. This is actually the first time we've done an Inquiring Minds live with my co-host TR in the building. You know what we're here to talk about. There was a big game yesterday. Great game yesterday. Um, just jumping right into it. First of all, TR, how are you, my friend?
I'm doing well, considering the game last night. Fun game, but a disappointing end. How are you doing, bud?
I am doing great. We normally have a victory beer. Is it okay? I have a misery beer.
You can have a
And
beer anytime you want.
and to be honest, it's really not a misery beer. So the Packers, we don't lose, we learn. Listen, as far as numbers wise, as far as like seedings and stuff, we would have had to win this one and then go on a tear, which I don't think that's impossible. But it seems like we're going to be on the road regardless. And as far as the Lions, I'm going to sound like Matt LaFleur. We give them credit. These guys only lost one game. They only lost one game. You can't slice it any other kind of way. But what I did feel, TR, is that we belonged on that field, and I also felt that I think we could beat them. I really do.
Yeah.
I really do. Especially a third time. It's hard to beat a team three times. And if the cards line up, maybe, hopefully, we can play them again. And obviously, it'll be in Detroit again. But my quick synopsis on the game before I get yours is we can't spot anybody, let alone the best team in the NFL, 10 points. No matter how you slice it, no matter how we do it, we need to get on the board. We need to start off a little faster, especially in these big games. And this was probably the biggest game of the year. Turnovers. Christian Watson, I do think still he needs to be a bigger part of the game plan. He's just dynamic, but bonehead move on his part. Sometimes you get in your own way. Sometimes you try to get a little extra yards, and he did not protect the ball. He held it with one hand over his head. I was like, "What's this guy doing?" This is the NFL. But other than that, TR, I really felt we belonged, man. I feel that we are a top tier team. Penalties can be cleaned up a little bit, and the Zebras could help us out a little bit. Not asking for help. I'm just asking them to do their job. But great game, like you said. While watching it, obviously frustrating. Is that me? Oh, okay, I heard something. Obviously frustrating while watching it, but after watching like the replay, no, I didn't watch it 100 times. But I feel good, man. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be like, I'm not gonna come on here and cry. And I feel good about what we can do. So this game, TR, in a nutshell, or it's no longer No Nut November. So in a nutshell, how you feel about this game and this team moving
Uh,
forward? Are you worried?
I'm not necessarily worried. Like I said before, I'm slightly disappointed, and you're absolutely right. Losing this game did not do much for our playoff scenarios, simply because had we won this game, our chances of winning the division just went up slightly. Maybe like I saw a stat, I saw some statistics, and maybe it would have went up about 7%. But we're a 99% lock to make the playoffs at this point. And I think that's what really matters, is that we start playing our best ball and head into the playoffs humming. Um, I think I, I think what's a bit disappointing about this game is that I was hoping at this point we'd start to really have a good, solid identity, especially on offense. And at least for the first half of this game, the offense was a little bit disjointed. I was thinking about this, and I was thinking that teams, after about 3 or 4 years with a specific coach, seem to take on the characteristics of that coach. And what was very obvious with the Lions is that they're very tough nosed. They play with high energy and they're constantly attacking. And I will even say they're a little bit dirty. And that's sort of a reflection on their coach, Dan Campbell. LaFleur doesn't have that quite of an edge. I mean, I still think he has a bit of an edge to him, and I love LaFleur, but I felt starting the game, the first half, the offense, for the most part, started out going away from the identity that we started to be establishing. We were running the ball really good. We were playing a little bit of bully ball up front. And to start the game, it seemed like LaFleur wanted to attack deep. It just seemed to backfire a little bit and set us back. I think we got things back on track. That long drive that I texted you, I said, that was an HBO v Madden type drive. Run the ball, run the ball, run the ball. We get a couple penalties, run the ball and in. That is kind of what I think the identity of this team needs to be, and I want them to lean into it a little more, and then sprinkle in those explosive plays to the wideouts and to Kraft. Sprinkle that in. But I really want to see him bullying a little more, and I think we'll get there. I am slightly disappointed in the game, but not worried, like you said. So that's my take on the ball game.
I think we can get there, and then we're going to take care of our people. We're going to take care of our people. And actually,
Yes.
First, I'd like to give a shout out to Dante King, man. We got Replay Gang, and we also got Donation Gang. Nice donation from Dante King. I'm glad to see numerous people are starting to donate, except for one. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way this channel is going to grow, and I'll show
That's
up
right.
more, and we can become amongst the best Packers channels out there. So thank you to Dante King for the donation. Let's go into my boy. He hollered at us yesterday. He came through, talked his Lion mess. He's a Lions fan who lives in Wisconsin. I don't know how that happens, but TCKG, I'm back. Good game. I said I stand on business, and I know the Lions are good, but that was one hell of a game. Good game. Absolutely, it was a hell of a game. He also says, also, I may be a Lions fan, but you're pretty good at YouTube. I subscribe. Keep up the good work. See, that's what I like to hear.
Yeah.
You can fan how you want, and you could be a fan of whoever you want. Ain't nobody going to tell me what, when, where, and why I shouldn't root for the Packers. So I can't be mad when somebody else has another team. And I appreciate you coming through here and being civil, bro. So appreciate you for that one. Zane, what up, good people? Green and gold for life. We had it. Defense couldn't stop the slants and screens. Okay, so what Zane just said there, you're going to get these kind of fans. You got some pocket of fans who are kind of, I would say, turning their back on Hafley. At some point during the season, there's going to be a funky, few games for any coach, any position group. You just got to get it together. How are you feeling about Hafley, TR?
Yeah, I still like Hafley, and I think he's been doing a really good job on defense. I think what's pretty clear to me at this time is that we don't have the horses right now on defense. I think we're a little soft at two spots, and I want to ask you your opinion. Where do you think the two spots we're a bit weak at on defense are?
Obviously, corner.
Yep.
And then, I say linebacker group. Not just one linebacker. I'm not going to single anybody out, but we just got to be healthy. But corner, and then obviously during this game, safety. Yeah, we still have X-Man, but with all due respect to Zane Anderson, he came in and did probably, but I mean, we need the Bullards. We need the Evan Williams. We need the GRAs. Like, come on, TR. Like, this guy needs to just play. It's frustrating, but man, I mean, we can't do anything about injuries, but I think he will be a game changer in this game. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree with you. I think I saw Jare. I think I saw a stat that he's been in the last 3 years has missed, I think, about 60% of the games. And your biggest asset to this team is your availability. And if you're not available, I don't know what to do, man. I mean, we love him, we want him out there, but he's just not been available. So yeah, I think Goot is going to go into this offseason and really stack up on corners like he has been the last few years. He seems to be targeting a specific a group in kind of attacking it, drafting a couple guys or signing a few guys. So I think we need cornerbacks. I think our pass rush just isn't good enough. I think it's getting better. It's just not good enough. And I agree with you on the linebackers. Missing Cooper is a big thing. You love McDuffie, and I know Zane is a huge McDuffie fan, but he is just not built in coverage. In Detroit was just attacking that middle zone. I mean, how many dig routes were they going to run in complete? So that was a bit frustrating. But I think Halfley's doing a good job. Yourself, what is your take on Halfley?
You know I love him. You know I love him. Seen a bit of the Joe Barry defense a couple of times, but I don't know if it's situational. But overall, I just have faith in the guy. I think he's a smart guy, and I think he's going to figure it out. But just like you said, I was going to say I don't want to get too ahead of the game like PK, but I was going to say, but you stole it from me. You have to think that we would draft 2 corners. I mean, this upcoming draft, maybe 3. We got 3 safeties this time, So yeah, that is a need. One thing, one positive though, I see just red zone offense a little better. TR in our offensive line is. Our offensive line's a little nasty. They can move. They got something going.
Yeah. What do you think the factor is in this improved red zone offense? What are they doing better now that is allowing them to get into the end zone?
Running the ball, number one. And then number 2, I just see something in the continuity of the offensive line. When you have the line that we had that played, this past week, just continuity, and then the whole this thing. Now, look, Detroit, like you can't, best team in the NFL, but you guys still are worrying about us. If you're worrying about beating us, just beating us. But you guys literally start stealing our taunt. That's fine. It's fair game. But that just shows me that you guys know that we're a factor. And man, we gonna beat them when it matters. It kind of reminds me of a time where Minnesota won a division, and then 2 weeks later, or I forget, but we played them in the playoffs and we won. So I'm like, well, who really won the division? So I hope it's one of those situations, or I hope Detroit gets knocked out before. But I want another shot at them. I really do. Yeah. You want to add to that, TR?
No, I was totally agreeing with you, especially running the ball in the red zone in those types of plays. I think that is us establishing our identity, and we need to lean on Jacobs in that line. I totally agree with you.
And yes, Matt LaFleur, I kind of understand it, kind of want to match Dan Campbell's aggressiveness, but you can match it, but still play your game. Try to go deep first play of the game, get sacked or something, and then it's 2nd and 17. That's not the way you want to start. Running the ball, and get a first down or 2. Get that rhythm going. But let's move on to see who else is in here. Higher Point of View Gaming is in here. He says Madden 25 stream after this show. How about that? Little cheap plug there. AJ, sorry you couldn't make it. AJ, you did make it. You did make it. You're here. So appreciate you coming through. PK, where you at?
Where's all right, PK? So
we got hey, we got to find PK, man. I might put out an APB for him and Brandy. GPAC says run defense look good. We got eaten up in the middle of the field, though. Yeah, we did. I think that was just a lack of bodies, man. A lack of bodies. We had a few injuries. And then again, man, I mean, this is a great team. I hate to say it about Detroit. But another thing, I really think there's going to be one point. Dan Campbell's aggressiveness, going for it every 4th down that he got us. But I think it's going to be one time. It just bites him in the ass. And it kind of did happen to him last year. Like he got aggressive, very aggressive in San Francisco, and it just didn't bounce his way. Got to love it. And that is their identity. And listen, these guys are running through a wall for him. He's a good coach. They probably going to give him coach of the year, even though Matt LaFleur deserves it more. But yeah, man, shout out to Dan Campbell. Like TR said, that team has taken on the identity of him. Zane, HP, and TR, how we feeling? We letting you know how we feeling right now, Zane. We spilling it all out. John Bainan, hello, family. Hello, John. How are you?
John.
Zane, down 17-7 at halftime. I wasn't worried. I still thought we had it. It was close, and we still did have it. But after a while, TR, we say this a few times. Oh, we were getting blown out and came back. That was amazing. Yeah, we came back, but we still lost. Eventually, we can't spot people 10 points. You can't spot that good of a team 10 points. Dave's, my favorite Wisconsin Mexican, says, I hope Bullard is okay. If anybody has any details on that, let us know. Is it serious? Siren 19, what up, HP in the chat? Packers versus Lions / refs. That's what Zane said. Yeah, and man, there are some blatant no calls, and then there are some bullshit calls. But it is what it is, man. We're gonna call it down the middle. Do you have a problem with the refs this game, TR? Do you think it really changed the game for us?
Unfortunately, I think the couple missed or blown calls were pretty important calls in this game. But I hate to blame the refs simply because it usually evens out over a longer period of time. And there's also a cliche that says you have to take the game out of the refs' hands. You have to play your game and remove all doubt who's the better team. And simply put, last night, the Lions and the Packers, the Lions happened to be just a little better last night. And that was just last night. I think tomorrow, I think in the playoffs, who knows when, the Packers might be the better team on that day. So let's stay positive.
Absolutely. And man, we could just get healthy. Like Siren 19 says, we miss Dubs, we miss Cooper and Alexander. And quietly, Dubs, we can win games without him. But in big games, Romeo steps up. I imagine seeing him doing this plenty times, but he didn't play in the game. Hopefully we can get him back healthy. Hopefully we can get healthy. Just like Siren said, we miss Dubs, Cooper, and Alexander. Cooper, I mean, you gotta keep that guy on the field. And then of course Jair is like, whew, I like being patient because I don't know what his body feels, but man, he misses a lot of time, and it's critical games that we could really, really use him, and it'll make a difference. And Keyshawn Nixon played okay, right? He got the pick that kind of changed things around. What we did do, to be positive, I like the red zone offense we got in there. I liked how we ran the ball in the red zone, and I like how Tucker Kraft is just continuously being a leader and vocal point of this offense. He's literally like one of our top guys, man. I would like to see a little more Jaden Reed, but again, you can't have it all. I want to see more Christian Watson, but at least we got the guys, and I think we put it all together. I think we'll be okay. Cali Packers in the building. What's up? What's up? What's up? Cali Packer, we only lost by 3. Absolutely. I'm not worried about it. And he's saying, what's up to me? And TR. Karan Forrest, what up, HP family? Hey, we good. We're exchanging pleasantries. Karan Forrest, it is the first time this season losing a game, and I'm not feeling upset and sad. Bro, I'm like, okay, yesterday I was a little, pissed. But again, after looking at it, watching it again, I'm like, bro, we can compete with them. And obviously, we probably would have had to go on the road to see him anyway. So, again, I would just like another crack at it. Zane, I was yelling, run the ball, and sure enough, Jacobs 3 touchdowns. He not fucking around. Yeah, Matt LaFleur should have probably started off running the ball. And Karan says TR is right. Well, Karan, TR is always right. Zane Strong. Wick stepped up this game. I was happy for him, but we needed Dubs. We're with Reed, nowhere to be seen. Yeah, man.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you a question about that. I know you didn't watch the game 100 times like PK does. Where are you at, PK? But I wanted to ask you about Reed. Do you notice anything in this offense or this game plan that is leading to Reed not getting more attention? Do you
really
notice anything, or no? It's a bit baffling, isn't it?
Yeah, it's kind of like, too many choices sometimes. It obviously could be like a bad thing, right? Or just, I don't know, man. Because again, you got Tucker doing this thing, and then Wicks kind of had a decent game. It's just like, it's only one ball, but it's just like he's too dynamic to not even design something for him. And, I know, listen, I think the team see the Jaden Reed sweep coming. I know that, but you can counter off of that. You can have somebody else do the sweep. And, there's different ways to do it. And I have total faith in MLF that he will get it together, man. This is a December loss. He normally doesn't do that. I'm sure, he doesn't look at the tabloids like that, but I'm sure he's like, oh man, a loss in December. So, he's going to tighten it up. And we have a mini bye week. So
Yeah.
I think that's going to be good also. And we just need to get some of the troops healthy, man. Hopefully Romeo could come. But yeah, I still think Jaden Reed is just too good of a player to not be a non-factor, like even a decoy, but it just didn't happen this game. And then sometimes the game flows a certain way. You might want to, again, what Mike Tyson say, everybody has a plan till you get punched in the face. We might have had this and that to,
Yeah.
include Jaden Reed in the game, but then LaFleur knows, oh, well, we got to start running the ball now. So
Yeah.
Patrice Goldberg says the defense has to get better for the playoffs. Simple as that. And the refs are a big problem as well. I don't like that one bit. Yeah, they are. I guess we'll just call it a home team thing. The home team gets the calls, but there were some that they blatantly missed. There was a few holdings, offensive holding by the Detroit lineman. There was obviously Amon Ra, the sun god, literally just illegal hands to the face, and so they missed a couple, but again, like TR said, kind of evens out at the end. Karan Forrest, I was surprised that we didn't start with Ron. So am I, and so is TR. Ernie Martinez, hello, bro, and all fans. Hey, we here, and this is one thing too, man. For us Packer fans, me, TR, PK, AJ, whoever, we don't just get up on here when we win it, man. We get up on here when we lose. Where you still see I'm wearing the G. I'm still prideful in my team. And this is nowhere near the end. A lot of football left. And I told you guys in a previous stream, I want us to lose another game. Did I want us to lose this one? No. And do I take lightly being swept by anybody in the division? No, I do not. I don't like that. I think if the worst case scenario, we should split, but we got swept by them. We got to make sure we don't get swept by the Vikings, but I still think it's a lot of football left. We got to get healthy. And we're still, I think we started to drink our own Kool-Aid just a little, the first down celebrations are fine, but it just, and I like the mojo, but, that should be a slap on the wrist to let us know, like, you don't got it all figured out and somebody can beat you guys out there. We won 8 out of 9 or whatever, but now it's time to hit the reset button. So, Zane and Callie, weak at middle linebacker. Well, Zane, Quay didn't have a bad game. Quay did not have a bad game. He had a decent game. He's going to make mistakes, but this is probably his third not best game in a row, but third good game in a row. It's time to double down on cornerback in the draft. Zane, absolutely. Dave's losing Bullard and Williams during the game hurt us. Maybe Zane and Ola Dapo will have to step up now. Once we don't know, Dave's, we got to figure out what's the injury report, what's going on. We got a little time. Shout out to the whole IE, man. In the Empire Cheesehead. Was good, guys. Tough loss. That center of ours played like shit. That's debatable. I mean, he missed it. Zane Strong says, where's Hopper? I don't know. Good question. Niehoff says, what's up? Shout out to Dave. Shout out to Mississippi. Zane, JJ55 almost took off the ref after they've been making better calls. Yeah, for sure. Niehoff, I learned 2 things last night. Our offense is as good as any offense in the NFL. 2, our defense can't keep up with the offense. TR, do you believe in that? Do you think that it was just, the injuries that happened and sudden change that we had to do with Bullard and Evan Williams being out? Do you think this defense could play ultimate complementary football with this offense? Do we have the guys?
I think the best that we can play on defense with the guys we have is make sure that we're generating turnovers. That's what we were doing earlier in the season, but unfortunately, those kind of can run hot and cold, and it can be a bit streaky. I do think we're a bit lacking in coverage at the linebacker position, so I think losing Cooper is actually hurting more than we realized at the time, and hopefully he can get back soon. Like I said, Halfley's been having to design a lot of things to get some pass rushes going. I like that, but I wish we wouldn't have to rely on that. I don't know if this is relatively new, but it is for the Packers. But one thing I noticed on some of those rushes is there's these design blitzes where you like have Quay coming down. He's crashing in and like taking out 2 of the guys who are double teaming Gary, and then Gary stunts inside. And they're playing a lot of games like that. I wish we didn't have to do that to generate rush, but I like the creativity.
So that possibly means not only in the draft do we need to get a corner, probably an edge rusher, probably a defensive end, probably a explosive interior guy. So yes, for sure. Siren 19 says, "What's going on with Musgrave? Hey, if only we knew. That would be another wrinkle, in this offense that we could add. And maybe he's just going to come at the right time. But he still is a player. He still is a guy that we look to expect a lot from. So I just hope he's just not going to disappear." Zane says, "Quay put big boy on his behind, had me hyped." Yeah, Quay, that's just kind of what TR said. D lineman gets entangled with somebody and Quay just comes in and cleans it up, gets a rush on, and makes it harder for the lineman. Dave says ankle for Bullard, concussion for Williams. So this is another thing, you guys, I like to say. Shout out to the rookies, man, because we're talking about, we didn't have Bullard, we didn't have Williams. These are rookies, and we know how much that they contribute to this team already. And these guys are still babies, future thumbnail, hint, hint. Demetrius Melvin. I hope we get Jair, Cooper, and Doves back for the Seattle game. That'd be nice. And again, you guys, this Seattle game, it's not just a throwaway game. We kind of owned them over the years, when Russell was there, but have we played Seattle with Geno yet? They're running a whole different scheme. They're running a whole different thing over there. And we cannot overlook them. Siren 19 says, now we definitely have to beat Minnesota. Oh man, that one I really want. TR, we got to beat Minnesota, right? At Minnesota.
We have to pummel them. You know me, and they're the fan base and the team I loathe the most.
Yeah, I hate them too. Karan Forrest, I think the players we have, there should be some special plays for each player. Absolutely. That's one thing, Karan, but at the same time, man, it's easy to say stuff, but when you actually get in the game and have to make all these decisions, include him, include that, that's why you got to give respect to the coaches. Listen, this is video games. When I play Madden, sometimes I get thrown off my game. Off of one play, I'm like, oh, shoot, I can't do that anymore. Yeah. Even though that might not have been the issue. It could have just been a slip up. So, I think we got the guys to get it all together. Callie Packer says Musgrave is practicing, I think. Well, practice makes perfect. Hopefully you can come and do something. Niehoff, what are y'all's thoughts on the Seahawks game? Well, I kind of beat you to the punch there, Niehoff. That's what I said. This isn't, you think that we'd be favored, by maybe 2 points, 3, like maybe, but I don't know. They're at home, aren't they?
Yeah, or is it in Green Bay? It is in Seattle, and I think playing in Seattle is just a tough out, period, no matter how good they are.
Yeah, that's tough. Inland Empire Cheesehead, I hate bashing our players, but the truth is Myers was out there getting ran through. Looked horrible. But also, IE Cheesehead, bro, when Myers missed a game, I felt that we missed his presence. You know what I'm saying? And again, let's please be clear. This team is 11-1 or whatever the hell they are now. They only lost one game. I mean, we got to acknowledge that, we played against a good team, but I'm okay with saying that because we hung in there. Hey, if we didn't spot them 10 points, you never know. That's why we just cannot do that. If we didn't spot them 10, if we just got up and got a 3, this game would have been totally different. It could be 3-0 instead of 10-0, and we are in control of that. But hey, you guys, we win together, we lose together. So we just had to come here and let y'all know we still here. It's still a long season. We do not lose. We learn, and what we did learn is that we can play with any elite team out there. We can. We played Philly earlier in the year. Gave them a hard time, again, I think we can compete with everybody, and that's good to know going into the playoffs. Let's just get hot at the right time. Dave's wonder how bad LVN's thumb is. Hopefully it's not a fracture. Need hands as a pass rusher. Absolutely. Although I do like to see the club, the big old club that they wear. That makes me laugh. Zane, our 3-headed monster in the backfield will help us out big time come playoff time. It absolutely will. And not just playoff time, Zane. We got a whole month of December to keep going, man. And hopefully we continue with our identity, and Matt runs the ball. Niehoff, nobody thought that Detroit was going to come out blitzing like that. You're right about that. And it took us a while to adjust to that. Daves, if they didn't call that BSOP on Watson, we would have been up 4. And that's another one. So look, they missed some they didn't call, and some shouldn't have been called. But hey man, at the end of the day, did I want to win? Yes. Do I like being swept? Absolutely not. But man, this puts us in position is to get them and beat them when it counts. Hey, all Packers fans, unite together. Let's ride the rest of this season through the way, and we're going to be here. This has been Inquiring Minds Live for the first time. TR, any closing words on our team, going into Seattle, or what you want to see us do?
Well, the most important message to all the fans out there is to simply enjoy the ride, man. I mean, there's 4 more games of the season in the playoffs. Win, lose, or draw. It was a fun game to watch, a little frustrating. Just enjoy it, man. This isn't life or death. Packers winning and losing doesn't factor in how you pay your bills, hopefully. But just enjoy it. And I always enjoy talking with you, higher point of view, anytime we can do this. I love it.
Absolutely. And again, you guys, this is not the end of the movie. You got some suspenseful movies. You got the hero in the movie that gets his ass whooped middle way through the movie, halfway through the movie, and at the end he's bloodied and bruised up, but he got his bad bitch on his side, and he's walking out on top, and the villain is on the ground. And the Detroit Lions are the villain in this situation. So who knows, bro? There's plenty of times we beat San Francisco in the regular season. I'm like, yes, I'm finally glad we beat them. We're done with them. And then somehow they go on a little run and beat us at Lambeau. We are going to have to do that this year. We are going to have to be road warriors this year. And the last time we won a Super Bowl, what were we? We were road warriors, man. So we're gonna get up out of here, y'all. Daves, you see Walker with the Reggie Hump move on Jacobs' touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Hey,
that's fun.
Absolutely. And again, bro, kudos to Rasheed Walker, man. 6th rounder. I could go on and on about him, but Goot gotta go. Demetrius Melvin, St. Brown knocking X helmet off should have been a penalty. Absolutely. I mean, if that doesn't say illegal hands to the face, what does? And St. Brown, again, he's kind of one of them guys you love to hate. I love his game, and clearly the Packers picked the wrong brother. What the fuck was he doing with Equinemius? What the? We just looked at 6'5" and the speed, man. We should have got the Sun guy, especially because he went to USC. Anyway, Crown Forest. Remember we went to Dallas last year and we knew what happened. Going to Seattle next week, we should get the W. Absolutely. John Boehner, good evening. Great show, gentlemen. Thank you very much for taking your time. Please, everybody, hit the like button. Y'all heard that. We're going to end it with that, y'all. John Boehner, man. Not only will Milto find you, and shout out to Milto. Appreciate you, Milto, and everything you do. But John Boehner will find you, too, if, you don't hit the like button. Niehoff, the Packers scared them. Oh, yeah, we definitely did. And, again, y'all keep coming. Siren 19, always a great build. Y'all appreciate it. Go Pack Go, definitely. And we'll end it with my boy Callie. Go Pack Go, guys, doing my Christmas shopping right now. Cool. I got to do Christmas shopping, birthday shopping, all that. And it is the holiday season. Hey, if you guys want to see some Madden football, man, go head over to the gaming channel, man. We're going to go over there. This should be a nice show over there today. We got a lot of presents to open up or do whatever with. So, again, this has been Inquiring Minds Live. We appreciate you. TR, I appreciate you coming through, and we are out of here.
Go Pack, go.